Michael Jackson's mom, is she contesting the will? Plus, Katherine Heigl, Meryl Streep, David Cassidy, then and now. And toddlers in makeup. ET and HD is next.
This is Entertainment Tonight in high definition.
Is this Michael Jackson's secret son? Is this woman the mother?
What's up, everybody?
Plus, Jackson's doctor's office raided. Could he be charged with manslaughter? The shocking new report on Michael's body from inside the morgue. Was his nose missing? And Michael's lost movie, Living in a Haunted House.
The ugly truth, Katherine Heigl.
Let's just get real.
Candid about Grace and her marriage.
I will compromise all of my uptightness, and Josh will compromise his golf.
Then Meryl Streep as Julia Child. The 5 things you never knew about the Oscar winner.
What about cooking?
I'm not a great cook.
Patricia Heaton and our Mark Steiners take a journey of a lifetime.
This is in Freetown.
Stunning images captured by Mark's camera and the moment Patty will never forget.
It really brought tears to my eyes.
Fleetwood Mac's Stevie Nicks. What she thinks of Botox and plastic surgery.
And I looked a little bit like, sister of Satan.
I think I love you.
David Cassidy then and now.
I swore I'd never do another television series.
The Partridge Family stars TV comeback.
And all new Toddlers and Tiaras.
I don't like competing against my sister.
Tiny twins competing for the crown with their mother playing favorites.
Brianne is cute and adorable, and Ashlyn is just Ashlyn.
Now, the most watched entertainment news magazine in the world.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Thea Andrews.
And I'm Kevin Frazier. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight.
We begin with the latest in the Michael Jackson investigation.
1 month after the singer's death, police and federal agents have now raided the office of Jackson's personal physician, the doctor who was with him when Jackson died.
His own lawyer confirms police are trying to build a case for manslaughter.
21 documents seized, along with a forensic image of a business computer hard drive. Dr. Conrad Murray, will he be accused of manslaughter?
Sources say among the items seized, Rolodex cards, emails, receipts for a public storage unit, and for Dr. Murray's cell phone. The very fact that investigators got this search warrant is important. They had to convince a judge that they had reason to believe a felony had been committed.
Now, the new question, did Michael have a secret son? His name is Omer Body, his talent uncannily similar to Michael's. But could he be Jackson's secret love child, one the king of pop has kept hidden from the world?
What's up, everybody? I go by the name of O.B.
I just didn't know how to get there.
Omer has been on the Jackson scene since the early 90s. His parents worked at Neverland Ranch back then. Now, some say Omer called himself Michael J. and that he called Michael Daddy.
Omer, wearing dark sunglasses, was seen front row center with the Jackson family seated right next to Joe Jackson at Michael's memorial.
The Jackson family has obviously accepted Omer into the inner circle. And for years, multiple sources told me the Jacksons have wondered if he was Michael's natural-born son. No one knows for sure.
Music and dancing has always been my passion.
Do a quick search on YouTube and you'll find Omer featured dancing in numerous videos. The 25-year-old even has his own website, obgalaxy.com, his homepage dedicated to the king of pop. Star Magazine on stands now with the revelation, are Omer and Blanket brothers?
Everyone has always wondered the identity of Blanket's mother, and we found out. Her name is Pia Body, and she lives in a suburb of Oslo, Norway.
There have always been rumors that Omer is Michael's son, the result of a one-night fling in Norway. In this photo, a woman who looks just like Blanket's, rumored to be mom, is walking behind Michael and Omer.
Mara even spent time looking after Michael's children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket, but it was clear that Blanket was always his favorite.
The side-by-side comparison of Blanket and Omer when he was approximately the same age is compelling. The two have the same long, straight brown hair. The eyes are similar, their noses both with tall bridges. And then the boys have the same full, pouty lips. Michael sang about daddy rumors in his Billie Jean music video. As for Jermaine Jackson's take on Omer, according to the Sun newspaper, he said, "If Omer's his son, he's his son. We won't deny it. We are going to give him the same amount of love and care that we give Prince and Paris and Blanket." According to reports, Omer wants to take a DNA test.
If Omer needs a sample of Michael's DNA, we've now learned he doesn't need the family's permission to get it. During the criminal investigation in 2003, the Sheriff's Department got a DNA sample from Michael Jackson, and it's now on file with the California Department of Justice. And there's now another sample at the LA Coroner's Office.
Sources say that Omer is living in the Jacksons' Encino house with Michael's other children. In the Sun article, Jermaine says it was Sister Rebe who moved Omer into such a prominent position in the front row at Michael's memorial. So is Rebe taking over?
A source inside the Jackson camp tells me that Rebe immediately flew to Michael's side when she heard an ambulance had come to take him away. The very next day, my source says, Rebe called her husband in Las Vegas and asked him to fly to LA so they could discuss how they would raise Michael's kids. According to my source, that's been the plan all along, that oldest sister Rebe would raise Prince, Paris, and Blanket.
Now, could Catherine be cut out of Michael's will? Jackson's mom filed these papers asking a judge, can she object to the men named as executors of her son's estate and still collect her inheritance of cash? Attorney Herb Nass, author of Wills of the Rich and Famous, breaks down the legal challenge.
It may just be a sort of a power play within the estate administration so that she lets the executors know that she does have still some authority to question their authority.
Of course, all eyes are on the Jackson kids, especially Paris, who captured the attention of the world when she spoke at Michael's memorial.
And I just wanted to say I love him so much.
Joe Jackson spoke about the children on Larry King Live.
I'm not encouraging them to do nothing, none of the sort. They have to be what they are, kids at the moment, yes, and be raised properly.
So those rumors that you wanted to tour the Jackson 3...
Not true. That's a bunch of jive. That's a bunch. I wish I could say what I should say.
There's no doubt in my mind if those children showed any sign of talent, Joe wouldn't hesitate to try to launch them into entertainment careers. And that would have been Michael's worst nightmare.
More of our Michael Jackson investigation coming up later in the show. But first, Katherine Heigl, what she learned about what makes men tick, and at home with the rock superstars of Aerosmith. That's next.
In theaters next weekend,
This is so not happening.
Ashley Tisdale and her family get some visitors, aliens in the attic.
We come in pieces.
The script was a really, fun family movie.
Clashing with the creature's grandma, Doris Roberts.
I'm now being called Kung Fu Grandma.
Also out now, Funny People.
I don't know how to fight. I'm a comedian.
Adam Sandler is a big-time comic who mentors Seth Rogen.
Yes!
In the film, director Judd Apatow uses real home movies he made of his then-young roommate Adam, making crank calls to hone his comic timing.
I have no legs. May I speak to the manager?
A few times I kind of, in my hometown when I was a kid and I did them, I got caught.
Come on in. You're invited to the Chevy Open House, where getting a new vehicle is easy, because the price on the tag is the price you pay on remaining 08 and 09 models. You'll find low, straightforward pricing. It's simple. Now get an 09 Malibu 1LT with an EPA estimated 33 mpg highway. Get it now for around $21,000 after all offers. Go to Chevy.com/open house for more details.
Which new product do women think is best? According to a study presented by Better Homes and Gardens, Definity Color Recapture. It corrects the look of wrinkles and discoloration. 50,000 voters, one brilliant winner.
Applebee's 2 for $20. It's refreshed and ready for summer. Choose one appetizer and 2 entrees for just $20. 2 for $20. It's real food at the right price, and it's only at Applebee's. It's a whole new neighborhood.
Your pet makes lots of friends, but there's one little friend you don't want him to meet, the flea. Just one in your home can turn into thousands fast, infesting carpets, furniture, even your bed. To stop an infestation, ask for Frontline Plus. It quickly kills fleas, their eggs, and larvae, even ticks. It's waterproof, and one dose lasts all month long. Fleas are nobody's friends. Ask for the vet's #1 choice for dogs and cats, Frontline Plus.
Ben fell in love with the scent of Gain laundry detergent in 1972. More than 30 years later, not much has changed. Gain, to smell it is to love it. What are you waiting for?
Take the Nivea Skinny Jeans Challenge with Nivea My Silhouette to rediscover your silhouette and your favorite jeans. Follow our 4-week program of fitness, nutrition, style, and new Nivea My Silhouette. Sign up online today. Touch and be touched.
Think work is all glitz and glam for the stars? Well, think again. Katherine Heigl was recently evacuated from the Four Seasons Hotel in Los Angeles when a bomb threat was called in. She was in the middle of doing interviews for her new movie, The Ugly Truth. Well, the threat turned out to be a false alarm, and our Mark Steinis got to hang with Heigl.
Are you more of the caviar champagne date back in the day, or was it beer and baseball?
Caviar and champagne.
Really?
Let's just get real. I should say beer and baseball, but that would be dishonest.
Katherine's new movie is all about dealing with the ugly truth in relationships. And the truth about her husband, Josh Kelly, is that he watches golf. A lot of golf.
Someone told me recently that there are really only 4 important golf games a year, and I was like, why does he watch it 24/7? And why is every single one of those a Masters or the Open or something important? I can't go, oh honey, can I please watch Gossip Girls when it's the Masters? You know, he's got to watch the Masters, so I have to be like, oh.
Look closely, because it could be the Masters 1997, and he's just not telling you.
Exactly.
He's just not telling
it's
you.
some retrospective on Arnold Palmer. I'm like, what?
Expecting you to call him, and when you don't, he'll call back.
How do you know?
Because I know how men operate.
In the comedy out now, Katherine plays a TV producer unlucky at love until the very blunt Gerard Butler comes along to help her out as she pursues a handsome doctor.
Do you think we'll ever understand each other, men and women?
No, but I think there's hope that we can maybe sort of come to some middle ground. I will compromise a little of my uptightness, and Josh will compromise his golf.
Her character in the movie is specific about what she wants in a man. Katherine in real life, it turns out, wasn't much different.
I did absolutely have a checklist. It wasn't quite as detailed as Abby's, but you know, I had a pretty specific idea of what I wanted, what I thought I wanted.
So do tell, what was on the top of that list?
I think at top of the list was more of an emotional thing. I wanted compassionate. I wanted someone who's not judgmental. I wanted someone who, you know, could laugh at themselves just as easily as they'd laugh at me. You know?
As for Gerard, Katherine says he is the whole package.
How do you put this guy together? Is he as rugged as he comes across as me?
Yes. He's a man's man, and that's what makes him so appealing and so charismatic and charming. He is not Metro.
Of course, I couldn't let Katherine get away without the details on the new do.
I literally just went in yesterday to get my roots done, and my colorist, Kim Vo, said, you want to shake it up? And I went, because I can't. Izzy's blonde, but she's bald now. She's wearing a scarf. I can do whatever I want. So I shook it up.
The legendary band Aerosmith has sold more than 150 million albums worldwide and are members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We went home with the guys as they tuned up for their big tour.
I realize how lucky I am to be in a band that's cared enough to stick together for 40 years. Fans want the music, we just got to get it to them.
We've been doing this for so long that I don't know how to do anything else.
They've been doing this since Richard Nixon was president, and this summer, these bad boys from Boston have hopped on the tour bus once again.
The reason is because I love going on stage with this guy.
The Guitar Hero Aerosmith tour rocks until mid-September. The guys may be older, but it hasn't gotten old.
A lot of times we get asked, what about, don't you get tired of playing Dream On every night? It's not about us playing it, it's about the audience hearing it, and we're 17 again.